All right, Jimmy here from Heavy Magazine. Got Crispy over there on the other side of the couch, and we've got Charlie Benante.
Okay.
Is that right? Is that how I say it? Yeah, of course, from Anthrax, Stormtroopers of Death, and now Pantera. Yeah. How's it all going, man?
Today? No, it's going.
The whole thing. We'll get there, but yeah, how's today? How's the whole thing going?
Great.
Yep.
We played Adelaide the other night. That was a lot of fun. We're just in the whole thing is a celebration. So we're in that mode. We're celebrating this whole thing.
Yeah.
That Philip Rex, Vinny and Dime created, and I'm just a part of it now.
That's
playing,
cool. So
playing these songs.
a big part of a big band, and obviously a big part of a big band in the past as well. I mean, you're big four of thrash, so
Yeah.
is there any more feathers in the cap that you need to gain in the industry,
I don't know. I'm sure there's a bunch that, if I think about it, I'm like, oh, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
But this came about, in such a, I would call it an organic way. The way, we would talk about stuff, just bullshitting, on the phone about stuff.
Yeah.
Philip and I have this love for horror movies and stuff, so the conversation eventually goes there, and we've all been friends for a long time.
Yep.
So when this came up, it just was very organic.
No. And how's the reception been to it? Like, not just in Australia, but worldwide? Is it the legacy, is it
we
there?
get
Is it
people
going well?
coming, we see them after the show, we see them during the VIP meet and greet things, and some of them are crying because it's a part of their youth. And they never thought they would hear these songs in this environment again.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing for me. When I'm playing, I'm looking down at the set list and get excited about the next song coming up. It's good.
Well, Pantera was the first band I seen back in '96 for the Great Southern Tour Kill, and I didn't think I'd ever see those songs performed on stage again, so we're very keen to check it out.
You may see two from that album tonight.
Yeah.
You may see too. I think Jimmy raises an important question there. Like, there has been a little bit of negativity about it, don't get me wrong, but today we were walking through the crowd before, like people were just chatting with us generally, and a young fella called Joel came up to us and he said, I've never seen Pantera before, and without this I never would have the chance. And to me, that sums up everything. No, doesn't matter about anything else. People that have never seen the band before now get a chance to experience it, and that's all that matters.
It's more important to, again, like I said a little while ago, about hearing these songs again. Some of these people who were negative at the start of this whole thing, my whole thing was just please shut up for a minute and just wait. Like, if you don't want to come, don't come. But if you do want to come and just come and then witness it, and then afterwards you can say, fuck this was horrible. But that hasn't happened. A lot of people are so positive about it and they enjoy it. There's no way I was going to make this a bad, decision or a bad kind of vibe. It had to be meeting my standards, you know what I mean? It's got to be killer. It's got to sound like Pantera, And that was it. There was a lot of homework that went into it. Yeah. So for people to insult and say this, that, the other thing, it's like, well, that's not true. That's not true right there.
I think people are standing too staunch on it, even kind of with these shows here, where to start with it's like, nowhere to go. It's not the real thing. And I think at the end of the day, it's like we need to see
what
those
band
songs.
Is the real thing?
I think.
Exactly.
What band is the real thing?
That's
right.
right. Yeah.
Give me one band.
Yeah. So I guess that's a conversation that's come up with the whole Slipknot thing lately too. Is that many members have gone through it, and then you look back, big bands like Metallica too. Like it is what it is.
Things happen.
It does.
Life happens.
Life happens sometimes, and it's like, I went to see U2 about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and the drummer wasn't there. But I enjoyed the shit out of it anyway. It was just great. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, I haven't heard any bad feedback. I think globally, everything I've heard about the
Till
show has
tonight.
been great. So
Oh, we might go home early tonight then, just so we don't get that.
they call me the honest reviewer, but I'm sure I'm going to love it.
You know, people online, they got those internet balls, and they have to, talk shit. They can't
Exactly.
show any restraint. No, I have to push that enter. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And then you
Let
see
me come
them out-
let me come to where you are.
Yeah.
Let me just fuck with you all day. You know?
You see them out in the crowd and they're loving it.
That's how it is.
Well, we're lucky enough, like we're good friends with the boys from King Parrot as well, who played with you over in the States.
They've
and
been on tour.
played with, and they've had nothing but positive things to say about, like, as people and as a band, like that sort of support in
Hell
other
yeah.
countries sort of does help get the word out too.
Yeah. Look, again, I know it's killer up there, so I would not let it go if it wasn't.
So,
That's the truth.
on that, bro, like, you're probably only a couple of hours away from your first show of KNOTFEST 2024. Like, we've mentioned before the things you've done and stuff, but do you still get nervous before
Yes.
going up for a show? You do?
Yeah.
How do you control those nerves?
The other night I was very nervous the other night. I don't know. Once it kicks in and you just get into that zone, and you know what I mean? As a musician, as a baseball player, football player, you got to get those nerves, because how would you be human if you didn't get some of them? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Sometimes the nerves are a bit welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So you had King Parrot and Black Reno on that lineup the other night. Was that kind of good to settle the nerves a bit with those crazy guys on stage to open the night? Because they're quite chill, but it's a crazy performance as well.
Yeah, they come up during walk, and I just watched them.
They're both they're big
going
units,
on?
aren't they?
Yeah.
So again, like with all these bands and stuff you played with, mate, like I suppose with your mindset, I guess, like playing with Anthrax or playing with Pantera, like, do you have to put yourself in different mindsets to be able to get into that zone, or is the drumming just the technique thing? Or
No, it's different. It's very different. And I've said this a few times that I challenged myself playing with Pantera. I don't play like the Anthrax kit with Pantera.
Okay.
I play a kit like Vinny played it. I put it, the configuration is like he did it, so that I have to stick to the...
that makes sense.
Like recreate the way he played it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I played it on my Anthrax kit, I would go off and do other things. But with this, I just stay to what he did. And that's it. The drums are tuned way lower than the Anthrax kit. Things are placed, the drums are bigger. I mean, it's, like I said, it was a challenge at first, but now I've adapted to it.
How much learning of those songs were they? Were they songs that you already kind of had a great deal about? Like,
I knew the songs, of course, but I didn't know the little nuances in the songs. And I thought there was more going on than there actually was. So I had to kind of pull it back and kind of see it for what it is. And Vinny has a certain style, and he has that kind of shuffle thing that he does.
Yeah.
And once you kind of get it, you just kind of get. And me and Rex, we kind of lock in every night. And if he's telling me it's fucking killer, that's it.
Yeah.
Then I know, because he's played with Vinny all his life.
Yeah. I guess if the crowd's moving to it, that's a good sign.
Got to keep that groove.
Have you, like, with these, like, with a bit of negativity, like, have you sort of sat back and watched the crowd, any of your shows you played, like, the start of it, you can see him, all the sound there, like, judging him, and watched him progressively over the set, like, start to kick in?
Oh, it's immediate. As soon as we go on, it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as they hear that first riff, into it. Yeah.
right away.
For the benefit of those who are not going to see you, actually, no, fuck it, we won't ask that question. I was going to say, what do you start with? But if you want to know what you start with, come and see the show.
You got to come and see the show, or watch YouTube a day later.
All right, well, we're going to have to wrap that up, Charlie, because you've got things to do. You've got to get
Okay.
out there and
Well, thank
practice.
you.
But thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you, guys.
We
I
appreciate you
appreciate
taking time to talk to us.
Thanks for your time,
You mind if you get a happy snap with you, brother?